We are talking about PMS, and now we are talking about another set of PMS where they talk about profit sharing. What is meant by profit sharing? They say that there is a skin in the game. What is meant by skin in the game? They will say that first 8%, like I'll charge you 1% or 1.5% as management fee, which is the lowest kind of fee that I'll charge you. But I will also charge you a performance fee. And all these fees are completely regulated by SEBI. SEBI is completely giving you guidelines on what kind of performance fees can be charged. So now what is happening is they talk about an hurdle rate. The hurdle rate can be, let's say, 8% or 10%. So they'll say that I will charge you 1% as a management fee. For me charging 1%, I will give you the hurdle rate. Up to the hurdle rate, you don't have to give me any kind of performance fee. Then what happens is beyond that particular limit, whatever they generate as an alpha, the alpha is called more than 8%. Let's say they generated, 10% for you. The alpha that they generated is 2%. Now what they'll say is let's do a 80-20 sharing. What is meant by 80-20 sharing? 80-20 sharing is 80% of this alpha, that is this 2%, 1.6% will come to you, whereas the 20% of this 2%, which is 0.4%, will be given to them. So essentially, your management fee will not be 1.5%. It is 1.5% this plus 0.4%, which is equal to 1.9%. Now, what happens in a particular year, let's say they have generated 30% returns. Does it happen? Do you get 30% returns in mutual funds or in PMS? The answer is yes. When the market turns around for bullish, completely bullish, you will get 30% returns, 25% returns in one single year. For example, now let's talk about GST is getting revamped, and GST got revamped on September 22nd. We don't know what will be the cumulative effect after 1 year from now. Let's assume that the kind of market is going to become very, very buoyant. The market can appreciate even 20% from here. Now, when you generate a 20% return, and let's talk about 8% as the hurdle rate, the alpha that is being generated is something called as 12%. Now, in a PMS, what happens is if you talk about, let's say, 80-20 rule, for this 12%, if you're going to pay 20% ratio, 20% is the profit share, what happens is you're going to pay 2.4%. So the fixed management fee is about 1.5%. This performance management fee is 2.4. You end up paying 3.9. Not only that, on top of it, you should pay your taxes. So when I say taxes, I'm talking about short-term capital gain, I'm talking about long-term capital gain, that also you will do it. So in the next video, we'll be talking about what is the kind of net return what people will be doing. If this is the first video you're going to watch in this particular series, our strong recommendation is please watch all the previous videos before watching this particular video so that you will get continuity on whatever we are doing it. Thank you.